Tonight, we report on a surprise resignation from Samaritan Healthcare CEO and why Moses Lake teachers are getting a raise. What's happening in sports, Bob?
Moses Lake girls soccer clashes with Mount Spokane, and the season is winding down at Ephrata Raceway Park. Let's take a peek at our Weather Center forecast.
We are going to see a widening coverage in showers and storms. Just who will see rain and when will it arrive? I'll let you know coming up in your weather forecast.
I'm Amber Jenks, and we have all this and much more on iFIBER 1 News.
From the iFIBER 1 HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFIBER 1 News. Your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
A fire burned about 100 acres of open brushland near Quincy Monday afternoon. Grant County Fire District 3 responded to a report of a fire at about noon near Road 13 Northwest in Quincy. Firefighters from Grant County Fire District 13 and the Ephrata Fire Department aided in combating the fire. No structures were threatened and no injuries were reported. Fire crews extinguished the fire by about 1 p.m. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. The annual Walk to End Alzheimer's returns on Saturday in Moses Lake, and there's still time for people to register. Reporter Devin Higgins has the details.
According to recent statistics, Alzheimer's disease is the third leading cause of death among adults in the state of Washington, with more than 100,000 cases reported annually. 2/3 of the cases involve women, and more than 60% of the caregivers are also women. By 2050, about 15 million Americans are expected to suffer from Alzheimer's or dementia unless a cure is found. On Saturday, Grant County joins thousands of communities across the country in hosting the 2015 Walk to End Alzheimer's at Yonezawa Park in Moses Lake. The 3-mile walk begins with free registration at 8:30 a.m., followed by a short ceremony and the 10 a.m. start. The event is the primary fundraiser for the Alzheimer's Association, with all funds going to local services and research for a cure. Organizers say more than 250 walkers took part last year, and they'd like to see the numbers grow again this year. So far, more than $21,000 has been raised, and the Summerwood Alzheimer's Care Facility in Moses Lake is holding a special fundraiser from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Wednesday. More information is available online at act.alz.org. In Moses Lake, Devin Higgins for iFIBER 1 News.
Samaritan Healthcare's CEO Tom Thompson resigned Saturday. Thompson left the Moses Lake Hospital after accepting a new job as CEO with Alena Health in Hastings, Minnesota. Thompson took the position to be closer to his family. Hospital officials stated the board members were surprised by Thompson's resignation and wished him well. The board members appointed the hospital's chief operations officer, Teresa Sullivan, to serve as the interim CEO. Sullivan began working at the hospital in late 2014. The hospital's board is expected to vote on a resolution appointing Sullivan as the interim CEO later in the month. When the resolution is finalized, the board is going to decide on a process for selecting a permanent replacement. A man allegedly threatened a person he didn't know with a gun near Ephrata Saturday morning. Jose Hernandez Velasquez, a 43-year-old Ephrata man, reportedly stopped at a property in Road 7 Northwest in an SUV and began talking to the victim. He allegedly pulled out a loaded handgun and pointed it at the man. After he allegedly made the threat, he put the gun in his waistband and fled in a white Ford Explorer. The victim called a co-worker to report the incident. The co-worker reportedly followed the suspect's SUV and told police Hernandez Velasquez was driving erratically and into oncoming traffic. Hernandez Velasquez reportedly drove off the road near the intersection of Road 10.4 Northwest and Dotson Road. He reportedly appeared intoxicated when he got out of the SUV. Police found a 9mm handgun in the suspect's waistband. The serial numbers were reportedly scratched off the gun. Hernandez Velasquez was arrested for DUI, carrying a concealed pistol without a permit, and altering identification marks on a firearm. Now we take a look at people being sought by law enforcement.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
We'll be back right after this.
My name is Kat Sanderson, Managing Broker for Pillar Rock Realty Group. We love the Columbia Basin because it's our home, and we want to give back to our community by kicking off our Pay It Forward campaign. If you buy or list with us, we will donate 1% of our total proceeds to a local charity of your choice and in your name. Call us today at 754-4444 or visit pillarrockrealty.com because we are your local real estate experts.
What's white and yellow and red all over? If you said the local book telephone directory, the one with the purple sunset on the cover, then you're right. In print and online at statewideyp.com, it features up-to-date local maps, community information, and a calendar of events. With a restaurant dining guide with full local menus and a reverse directory, you're sure to find the number you're looking for. It's the best way to get the information you need. Pick up a copy of the local book today or visit statewideyp.com.
Now for your iFIBER 1 News Weather Center forecast.
I'm meteorologist Mike Sines with a look at your weather forecast brought to you by Barry Motors, one great place to buy and service a car. Cooler temperatures are in place and we're going to see cloud coverage continue. Rain, much needed rain, is on the way. Here's a look at our almanac for us here in Ephrata. We reached a low right around the 42-degree mark. The sun will set for us nicely at 7:10. Record high was set back in 2013 at 94, and the record low was set back in 1970 of 37 degrees. For our friends in Moses Lake, they saw a record high set back in 1995 at 92 degrees, and the sun will set for them right around 7:10. Record low was set back in 1969 of 40 degrees. However, now it's 39. That was their low, so that's now the new record low for this date today. Congratulations, Moses Lake. And it was chilly outside with that 39-degree mark. Right now outside, though, it's warmed up a little bit. We are seeing partly cloudy skies. 64 right now is the current temperature reading, and we're going to see rain showers continue to come inland throughout tomorrow. Check this out. Coastal showers start developing. These are going to continue to increase in coverage. We're going to have humidity that's going to continue and a frontal system that'll help increase these showers and storms in coverage. They're going to generally move from the west to the east, and we will see this throughout the overnight Wednesday going into Thursday, and then we will clear up for Thursday, partly cloudy skies. Here's a look at your weather for Wednesday. We are going to see showers along Long Beach, 64 for the high there. Port Angeles, 59 for the high. Yakima, 70. Our inland northwest going to see partly cloudy skies, temperatures into the mid-60s. And as we focus in on the Columbia Basin, we're going to see 68 for Ephrata, 68 Moses Lake, 70 Royal City, and 70 with broken clouds up towards Bridport. So now these temperatures are not going to change much, but the sky conditions will. We're going to see partly cloudy skies throughout the day, and then into the afternoon and into the evening is when we will see showers start to develop. They're going to move from the west and make their way eastward. Here's a look at your forecast, as I call it, forest fire rain outlook. We're going to see throughout the overnight. Showers and storms are going to develop. These will linger into Thursday, only with a 30% chance. Generally, we'll see these showers and storms throughout the morning time frame, and then they will dissipate throughout the afternoon for your Thursday. Partly cloudy skies for the weekend, and then sun returns for the beginning of the work week. We're going to see very pleasant temperatures and sky conditions. Just keep your umbrella around for tomorrow and also into Thursday, as we will see a few scattered showers continuing throughout our region here locally.
Paying your Grant PUD bill with ePay is like getting free cuts in line. You pay when you want, how you want. Get free cuts in line with Grant PUD ePay. Visit grantpud.org.
Oh, dude, I'm just in the theater. It's totally cool.
Ah.
It's easy to buy insurance and forget about it. But the more you learn about your coverage, the more gaps you may find. Like how you thought you were covered for this.
It's a profound statement.
But you're not even covered for this.
It's a profound statement.
Or how you may be covered for this, but not for something like this. Talk to farmers and see what gaps could be hiding in your coverage.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
It was another exciting night of racing on the quarter-mile oval at Ephrata Raceway Park on Saturday. The evening kicked off with a bang in the Jerry's Auto Supply Street Stocks competition. Ephrata's Skylar's Lessman and Brad Morrison from Moses Lake swapped leads the first 29 laps. Lessman took the white flag, but then made contact with Bill Rutherford from Moses Lake in turn 1. Both spun off the oval, and Lessman was unable to finish. That opened the door for Morrison, who held on to take the checkers. Joe Smith set the fastest qualifying time in the Pepsi Racing 360 sprint cars, completing the lap in 12.53 seconds. He went on to capture the 20-lap event. Ephrata's John Haygood took the A division in the Schaefer Oil Mini Stocks. Chad McKinney out of Royal City took the B division. And in the Pioneer Muffler V6 Supercars, it was Chuck Johnson taking the trophy dash in the heat race. Kyler Lahr won the main event. The back-to-back losses had the Moses Lake girls soccer team off to an 0-2 start this season. The team is still trying to find its identity after losing several key players to graduation, and the Luetta sisters, who decided to concentrate solely on basketball this season. The Chiefs' latest defeat was off the feet of Mount Spokane, who dealt Moses Lake a 4-1 loss on the pitch at Lions Field. The Wildcats jumped up top 2-0. A goal by Ali Deering at the 33rd minute got the Chiefs back in it 2-1. Mount Spokane responded with 2 goals, with a goal that is 2 minutes later, and took a 3-1 lead into the locker room at the break. The Wildcats added a 4th goal in the 50th minute of play. Moses Lake looks for its first win when the Chiefs open league play on the road at Eisenhower tonight. Ephrata got goals from Sidney Pixley and Jordan Albertson, but the Greyhounds doubled them up, and the Tigers dropped a 4-2 non-league match at home to Grandview. The Greyhounds struck first 3 minutes into the fuss. Pixley leveled it 1-1 at the 31st minute. Viviana Riviera put Grandview back on top with a strike a minute into the second half. Goals in the 48th and 62nd minute made it 4-1 Greyhounds. Albertson converted a PK at the 76th minute to round out the scoring. The Tigers are back on the pitch Thursday when Connell comes to town. Warden Volleyball finished 8-2 at the Freeman Rip-A-Shot Volleyball Tournament at Freeman High School over the weekend. The Lady Cougars were led by Aaliyah Enriquez, 27 kills, 26 digs, 7 aces, and 21 blocks. Alicia Gonzalez had 14 kills, 22 digs, 5 aces, and 6 blocks. Larissa Kisler added 18 digs, 43 assists, 5 kills, and 8 aces. Warden is back on the court tonight in Kashmir. We'll be back after this break.
You don't have to drive to Seattle for exceptional cancer care. Confluence Health's cancer program delivers world-class care close to home. We have a highly experienced oncology team in a state-of-the-art facility, and we're a member of the Seattle Cancer Care Alliance, which gives our patients access to world-renowned therapies developed at Fred Hutchinson, the University of Washington Medicine, and Seattle Children's. Together with the SCCA, we're delivering world-class cancer care close to home.
A wildfire in Northern California has scorched 62,000 acres since it started Saturday. CAL FIRE says hundreds of homes have been destroyed and some 9,000 more are threatened. Stephanie Elam spoke with 2 people who returned to Lake County to see what's left of their homes.
I want to say 20, 25 homes, from what I understand, that are gone. It's one thing to hear your neighborhood was burned down by a wildfire.
My house is up here to the left, or was.
It's another thing to see it.
And there's nothing there.
Tammy Moore was working Saturday night when the Valley Fire exploded, devastating the communities of Middletown and Cobb. The people in these small, rural towns had to scramble to get out safely. Moore has owned this home for 15 years. It's where she and her ex-husband chose to raise their daughter. The burnt-out swing, a totem to years gone by.
What is it like to actually see it with your own eyes?
It's so much worse than I thought. I mean, even though I expected it to be bad, I didn't expect to see everything gone. I wouldn't want to come back. I don't want to rebuild here. After seeing everything like this, maybe other people would feel differently. I don't. I feel like there should be like a zombie coming out from the tree.
What comes next?
What's next? I don't know, tomorrow.
The fire didn't discriminate, taking out home after home, car after car. But yet it was still selective. In Middletown, sparing a fence here, a handcrafted wooded chair there.
Which owns your house?
That one, I just built this fence right here. Oh my God.
Brandon Dawson's mother bought this home 23 years ago when he was just 6 years old. He and his family had warning that the flames were coming, and so they grabbed as many personal items as they could. But there were still some things that just didn't fit in their cars. Dawson's mother hoped this cast iron tub would protect a few more memories.
She put the trunk in there, covered it with blankets, wet blankets, and tried to hope for the best. And not looking good.
I know you saw a picture, I know you saw it on TV, but to actually stand here now.
I'm devastated.
And yet the Valley Fire spared one keepsake, a sign over the front entrance that reads, "This is where I belong."
When we come home, this is our sanctuary.
You're gonna take that to your mom?
I'm totally taking this with me. Yep, let's come with me.
We'll be right back after this.
Quincy Foods, LLC, a subsidiary of Norpac Foods, is seeking motivated individuals to fill the positions of general laborer for their corn harvest season. They have full-time seasonal openings, must be 18 years old and older, willing to work swing shift. Great people to work for in a challenging food processing environment. Apply at 222 Columbia Way in Quincy between 8 and 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, or online through WorkSource. Quincy Foods is an equal opportunity employer.
At Moses Lake Community Health Center, we have had the privilege to serve the local communities since 1978.
What I like about working at this clinic more than any other clinic that I've worked at is the patient care. With the patient care team that we've assembled, it allows us to take care of as many facets of the patient and their family's needs.
Please take the opportunity to experience the high-quality care provided at our clinics.
Welcome back. Moses Lake teachers are receiving a 3% pay raise. The Moses Lake School Board unanimously approved changes to the contract with the Moses Lake Education Association. The association is in the final year of a 3-year contract with the district. Changes can be made to the contract after each year. The state is funding the 3% cost of living pay raise. The state education budget includes more money for training opportunities and the decreased maximum amount of students in kindergarten through 3rd grade classrooms by 1 as well. Teachers receiving federal funding may not see the entire pay increase. Board members Connie Opikins and Eric Stones complimented both sides in reaching the agreement without substantial conflict or interruption of the new school year. The Grant County Sheriff's Office is continuing to serve as Cooley City's police force. The county commissioners and town officials recently approved a 5-year contract. The county agency is providing a patrol officer to the city for at least 30 hours a week, and the town agreed to pay the sheriff's office $81,200 next year. The amount the town is paying is increasing by roughly $1,000 a year, until the end of the contract in 2020. The town began contracting with the Sheriff's Office in 2013. Under Sheriff Dave Panonzo stated the contract benefits the county by providing Sheriff's Office with compensation for a service they were already providing. It benefits the town by giving it access to a patrol officer, a supervisor, and other specialty units. The Sheriff's Office is expected to conduct more patrols for up to 6 major events, including the Cooley City Last Stand Rodeo and the Walleye Fishing Tournament. A Moses Lake artist's work is being exhibited at the Moses Lake Museum and Art Center. Investigation, Innovation, and Influence, the life and work of Bob Hull, opens at 5 p.m. Friday at the Art Center, located at 401 South Balsam Street. Light refreshments are going to be served. The exhibit runs until November 13th and highlights the early influences in Hull's life, including growing up in Moses Lake, his work in the Peace Corps, and his 36-year collaboration with David Miller in the Miller-Hull Partnership architecture firm. For more information, contact the Art Center at 509-764-3830. In Northwest News, a missing Redmond girl was found safe on Monday in downtown Seattle, more than 15 miles from her home. Police are still trying to figure out how the girl ended up so far from home. Cairo's Gary Horscher has the details.
For more than 4 hours, dozens of search and rescue volunteers scoured every road, trail, and corner of the woods with dogs, horses, and even helicopters for 10-year-old Abby, who vanished from her rural East Redmond home without a trace while her father left her alone to run an errand. Somehow, while a grid search was happening around her home, Abby was spotted in a store alone in downtown Seattle, some 20 miles away. Someone recognized her as missing from social media reports and called 911.
Fortunately, she's safe, and she's being taken to be evaluated right now. Our detectives are en route to Seattle to interview her and account for what exactly transpired. It's kind of a mystery to us, and we need to find out.
While questions are being answered, volunteers and police are greatly relieved.
It is a tremendous relief to know that Abby is safe, that we leveraged the resources that we had available in order to bring this to a safe conclusion and a happy conclusion, because you know, I think her parents are going to be really excited to see her and hug her and hold her.
Deadly flash flooding in a small community in Utah has left 8 people dead and several more still missing. For CNN, Kyung La has the story.
This is the front yard.
Dramatic video this morning showing a massive and deadly flash flood ripping through a small town on the Arizona-Utah border. You can hear the screams from shocked residents stunned by the rushing water.
What's happening right now?
Heavy rain falling in the mountains above the canyon town earlier in the day caused the river to rise rapidly, catching onlookers off guard.
Whoa, it's starting to slide.
Watch this video of rescue crews racing to save a family from a car moments from being swept away.
Yeah, they're getting everybody out.
Children pulled quickly from the car windows.
He's starting to build a heck of a dam.
The flood so strong, trees uprooted by the current pileup.
That's pretty powerful.
A search is still underway for several people. After 2 vehicles carrying a total of 16 parked to watch the flood were swept away by the intense rush of water. At least 8 have been found dead, all of the victims' mothers and small children. The youngest, just 4 years old.
There's still active floodwaters and very dangerous, very treacherous. The banks are caving off. More significant flood than we've had for quite some time.
That's going to do it for us here at iFIBER 1 News. We want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.